Hello, folks, and welcome to Real Estate Q&A. I'm your host, Greg Delane. Today on the show, I'm very pleased to have two people on this show that I've been after to get on here to speak about our community center. We have with us Commissioner Bill Carter and his assistant, Monique Gadson. How you guys doing?
Doing well, Greg. Good
Yes.
to see you.
Yes, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Real estate involves the community, and pricing on real estate certainly depends on the different communities and churches in our community. And Commissioner Bill Carter, I wanted to speak to you about the community center. It's something that's a mainstay and the foundation of Greenburgh. All right, well, let's get to it. What's going on with the community center right now?
Well, we're gearing up for our summer programs. We run a large summer camp, and we're looking at running the camp for approximately 300 youth. That is the main activities that will be going on at the center. We're also just completing an asbestos abatement project that was made necessary by Hurricane Irene destroying our gym last September, and we're putting in the new floor, and the asbestos abatement, which was under the gym floor, has been completed as we speaking right now. They're cleaning up and getting ready to move out. So we're looking forward to putting in a brand new floor real soon, and we're doing a lot of capital projects. We're in the process of putting in a solar water panels on the roofs to heat our hot water. We're looking at putting in a new generator so that we can become a fully functional emergency evacuation center, and there's a few other things that we've got going on. Of course, we have our senior program going on. We have 3 separate senior programs. We have a Yiddish program, we have a Chinese program, and we have our regular seniors program. The seniors getting ready to go on a cruise in September. We're employing youth. We're just busy all the time. We open at 5:30 in the morning and we close at 11 o'clock at night, 6 days a week.
Nobody called me about that senior cruise.
You're not old enough.
Oh, okay. All right.
You got to be 45.
I love this guy. All right. I forgot all about, listen, we have to first speak about some of our accomplishments, how you got there. And I got your bio here, but this is only a half an hour show. So in 3 or 4 minutes, can you tell me, I'm looking at here, I'm seeing Masters in Social Work, BS, you have AAS, I'm looking at Columbia School of Social Work. Just give me a brief synopsis of how you came to sit right here in this chair.
I'm a late bloomer.
Okay.
I worked in the medical field for quite a few years, probably about 18 years. But at low-level positions, and went back to school in my 30s. Was guided into I enjoyed service work, helping people. So I was guided to social work by some very powerful and influential mentors, and with my natural gifts of loquaciousness and being able to be outgoing and
Did you hear that word?
verbose and all those good things. I talked my way into many opportunities, and God-given sincerity to help people. People could read you, Greg. If you're not sincere, they'll know it right away.
Oh yeah.
I was blessed to get a job with the Westchester County Youth Bureau, and I worked for 8 years in the Westchester County Youth Bureau, running programs, overseeing programs throughout Westchester County. And I always loved the center. I had been involved with some things at the center with the previous administration, and I always loved that center. And I was happy in my job with the county, but once the job became available as the leader, I thought it was perfect fit for my skill set and my personality, and where I would give me the platform to be of maximum service and do something in my community, and along with let me do a little direct service in addition to the administrative part of it. And I knew the people of Greenburgh, good people in Greenburgh. I had done lots of work with them. So it was almost a dream job for me. And when it became open, I put in my resume, and I was chosen. And
That was in 2008.
2008,
Okay.
November the 17th was my first day, 2008.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it all that you thought it was going to be?
And more. And more. And more.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it on a daily basis, being of service, because at the end of the day, you know that you made a difference. So
Well,
that's a
Bill,
great thing.
it's a biblical mandate to who much is given, much is expected. You know, and
Thank you.
I think they got the right person in the job.
I do too.
Monique, let me hear a little bit about you. You know, we've seen each other when I remember when I was going to the building department, and I didn't know that now you're an assistant to the commissioner. Tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got to that point.
Okay. I've been with the town of Greenburgh for 22 years in various positions. I started at the community center. And when I came back from college, I also felt that I need to give back to the community because they given so much to me. The Theodore Young Community Center has been around for, 45 years, and they have given so much to youth, and I wanted to do that also. So I have worked my way up, and then I was over at Town Hall at the planning department, and now I'm back at home giving back to the community and working and helping the youth and the families with whatever they need. I help them with.
That's so nice. I know that's when we first met at the planning board, because I was in there, fighting for mine, and
Yes.
and you were a breath of fresh air for
Thank
me
you.
to come in, and it kind of brought me down a couple levels because sometimes I'd leave there, I'd be at level 9, but
Yes.
but I am so happy that because you're a good person, and I know you know what you're doing, and Bill couldn't have a better assistant.
Thank you.
Now, Bill, let's get back to, I was just cued in that I kind of missed it when you said, when is the community center open? From when to when?
We open at 5:30 in the morning. We have a full service pool, and we open at 5:30 in the morning for people who like to swim early in the morning. So we open at 5:30, and we're open to 11 o'clock at nights. Most nights, we're programming stopping around 10 o'clock at night. We open 6 days a week, those hours, and then on Sundays we open up for special events. So 7 days a week, we're usually jumping over there. We have so many programs. We have a jazz orchestra that comes in and practice on Sunday, and so we're open 7 days a week. But we are open except for bank legal holidays from 5:30 in the morning to 11 at night every day, 6 days a week. And I want to pick up on something that Monique was talking about,
Sure.
Greg.
Sure.
Monique went through the steps and had become the director of personnel, and then she just came back to us, and she came back to us as assistant to the commissioner, and she has hit the ground running. She is running programs that is helping 23 youth find summer employment at our center through the county and the Workforce Investment Board. And before we even got the money, she got the program tight, her and her assistant Teresa over there. So, those are the kind of things that Monique is such a stickler for detail that all I have to do is speak to Monique once and it's done. And those are the kind of people that the center produces.
Yes.
We have a lot of people, indigenous people, who have come through that center. My deputy, James Robinson. These people are trustworthy, hardworking, loyal, and committed to their community. And that's why I say, I'm blessed to go to work every day to be around people like that,
Sure. I was just thinking, who is afforded the ability to come down there and use the center? Do you have to live in a certain area? How's that set up to be able to come and utilize the swimming pool, the basketball courts?
We welcome everybody.
Okay.
The way it was set up when the center was built back in the 70s, it was a federal grant that mandated that the center be open to all people. However, Now it's supported. The Fed money has run out and it's supported by local taxpayer dollars. So we charge a fee for service for many of our programs. And people who live in the unincorporated town of Greenburgh pays a certain fee. And if you live outside the unincorporated town of Greenburgh, you pay a higher fee, but you are welcome to use the center. But you have to pay more money than the people who are residents and pay the taxes to support the center. So, but we welcome everybody from many communities. We believe in that. That's how we build community across borders.
Sure.
Instead of being just kind of like a closed community, a closed system without input and without output to help us build community and grow. We're such a powerful force and cultural force. We do many different kind of cultural and ethnic activities. From everything from African American to Italian to Irish, the Latino. We try to keep everyone's culture at the forefront of everything we do there at the center, and that we believe that the activities that we promote and that we do, we have a nationally recognized swim team that is probably the only swim team that goes to USA swimming meets that is predominantly minority. So we try to keep culture at the forefront of everything we do also.
Yes. Listen, don't be discouraged if you drive down there to the community center and you can't find a park. They got about 70 parking spaces, but I've had to make a couple circles because there's always something going on. Yes. And that's a good thing. Yes. That's a good thing.
And the good thing about it is Greenburgh don't have parking meters, so if you have to park on the street, you can park on the street and walk down. We also have starting on July the 5th, we start our annual jazz series on Thursday nights in Yosemite Park, which is right behind the Theodore Young Community Center. And we have some really exciting artists every Thursday night. It's like a big family reunion. We have usually 2,000 to 2,500 people in the park. We have a water park. We have basketball games going on, leagues. We have jazz. We have vendors. We have people on the soccer field. And it's just a good night for people to come out and fellowship and do their thing. And we really have a good time every Thursday night. It kicks off July the 5th with Jazz Elite, which is our in-house jazz orchestra, which is about 30 young people playing big band music. On July the 12th, we have a young 18-year-old prodigy from Harlem named Solomon Hicks, who has been called, you heard of West Montgomery?
Yes.
They call him East Montgomery.
All right.
Guitar player. He's the headliner of the Cotton Club. He's going to be playing for us. On July the 19th, we have our own intimidable Kenny Lee All-Stars, who always plays on his birthday.
Yes.
And then on July 26th, we have Wally Ali. And on August the 2nd or August the 3rd, we have Ray Blue. And then we're going to close out with Reagan Whiteside and her sassy, sexy flute on August the 9th. So we encourage everyone to come out and enjoy a great night of music and fellowship and food and just, on a Thursday night. And all are welcome. It's free.
Well, I love getting down there, and I come quite a bit because the fish sandwiches taste a little better when you're outside. When you're outside. Let me ask, Monique, I want to ask about this 45-year anniversary coming up. Okay. The center's been around 45 years?
45 years. 45 years ago, the center was established, and it has been hit the road running and hasn't stopped. We are celebrating 45 years on October 26th at the Doubletree in Terrytown. It's our formal gala. On October 27th, that Saturday, we're having a family-style barbecue inside, depending on the weather. We're going to have basketball games going on, the pool going on, just enjoying welcoming people back to Greenburgh, the Burg, as they call it. The Burg. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a dedication of the gym back to the community and having a church service.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Now, let me ask you also a question with all the stuff that you're doing there. and you and Mr. Carter, where do you see the community center in 5 or 10 years from now? I know it was a setback with what happened with Irene and all that water and the flooding. Where do you see the community center in 5 to 10 years?
Definitely moving forward. The setback, I think, helps you to reestablish and replan. So planning moving forward, having the center back in the forefront in Westchester, moving with all our programs that we have in the gymnasium to move forward. I see us as hosting everything that is the big thing in Westchester going on, to be in Greenburgh and having Greenburgh as the pinnacle of the Westchester happening for the youth.
Wow. You're sharp. I like that.
Thank
Yeah, she gave that to me.
She gave it to you.
I like that. Now, let's speak about something that's being in business myself, that let's talk about sponsorship. Does the community center accept sponsorship and help for what we're doing to give back?
Absolutely. As many municipalities, all municipalities probably across this country have been forced to cut back and on services and hours and everything else during this deep recession that we've been in. We in Greenburgh have been pretty blessed. Even though we've been forced to cut back, reorganize, the people have stepped up, have done more, and we've been able to sustain a level of service that is above good. It remains excellent. And, but some programs have suffered because we can't do them without money, because we don't have money, because, the tax base won't support that. Fortunately for us, the elected officials in Greenburgh still supports us at a level where we're able to stay open and provide services. From our youngest of next door at Lois Braun Center of 3 weeks old to our oldest is 102 years old. So we provide services across the lifespan. That being said, we are always actively soliciting and looking for opportunities to enter into partnerships with businesses, with foundations, with anybody who's willing to give us not only just money, but any kind of resources that will allow us to put services in place that is going to help youth grow up healthy, going to help youth develop in a healthy manner. Because if you don't intercede at these transitional periods, we see what happened, especially in the black community. The young black men and the young Latino men disproportionately are represented in every level of corrections and institutions, including mental health institutions throughout this country. So it's important that we provide the kind of leadership and mentorship as a community center that is going to help these young men and these young women transition into healthy adulthood.
Sure.
And you can only do that with programs. So we are actively soliciting and asking help from businesses and communities to help us at the community center, fund these programs, finance these programs, expose these youth to things that they normally wouldn't get exposed to. Because you're going to either go pay on the front or you're going to pay on the end. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
A $2,000 investment on the front will prevent a $70,000 investment on the end.
Yes.
You understand? Because you're going to pay for a prison cell.
Yes.
A $2,000 investments in a young person's life early on may prevent that. And so it's cost effective. And if you want to look at it as economics,
yes,
you're looking at it as they used to say, in a stitch in time saves 9. So, if you get 1 stitch, you ain't got to put 9 stitches in.
Absolutely.
So, that's what we're doing. And we actively are seeking and soliciting sponsorship and help with our programs, anything from jazz to youth programs to senior programs to anything else that people want to talk about. And not only money and economic help, but also time. We're looking for people to be mentors. We have transitional programs. We have rites of passage program. We need mentors. We need teachers. We need people to help our kids in the Regents help program we got, the SAT prep help programs we got. So if you have time to give to young people, we'll take it.
Okay. I listen. What is the number that they would call if somebody's watching this show right now and says, I'm getting ready to donate this year, and I do it with the Red Cross each year, but let me do it with the community center this year. What number?
I'm going to give them my direct number.
Okay.
So they don't have to talk to the front desk.
All right.
Call the commissioner, 989-3611.
Okay.
989-3611. And if I don't answer, I will call you back. I'll be more than happy to call you back. As a matter of fact, if you want me to meet you somewhere, I'll meet you somewhere. If you want to make it anonymous, we can make it anonymous. I'll be there.
I like that. And so anybody watching this show that wants to give back, and there's so many different ways to give back. And the only true treasures on this earth, you might think it's a house or a car, the only real treasures on the earth are the children. Mm-hmm. And you got to support and you got to help out. Whatever it might be, you might want to come down and teach in a program, if you're a licensed electrician and want to come down and talk about electrical stuff, you gotta be able to give back. What you have to give away, and what you learn, you must teach. That's very basic things in life, and you got to do that. That's the only way to keep it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. One more thing. I don't want to sound like we're begging. We're not. We have a lot to offer. There's many corporations that's always looking for an opportunity for volunteer type, opportunities for their employees and things like that. We have that. We work diligently to offer corporations or businesses, if they have volunteers who want to come down and work in our programs and do something for a day, we'd be more than happy to enter into some sort of contractual agreement with them to allow them to come in and volunteer their services and do some things like that, days of services and things like that. We have new programs sitting on the table right now that we want to start, that we know and we believe that they're science-based, they're research proven, and they're factually driven to change people's lives, but we don't have the resources to make those programs happen. So we're soliciting those resources because we know these programs work in young people's lives and will keep them from entering the system and becoming burdens on the system and becoming contributors to the system.
Now, Monique, if they wanted to have a tour of the facility, if a company, if a foundation, if an organization wanted to tour the facility, they could call and schedule an appointment.
Sure.
Certainly, I don't have a whole lot of money, but I'll tell you what, anything I'm going to give to, I'm going to walk around. I want to hear it. I want to smell it. I want to see it. It's like being a great fighter. You can be in the best shape in the world, but unless you go down to the gym and hear people hitting the bags, hear them skipping rope, you got to come down to the community center and feel what's going on down there to then want to be a part of it. So if somebody wanted to have a tour, do they give weekly tours or daily tours of the community center?
I'm going to give my direct number for if you want to come on a tour and talk about the programs and things that are going on.
Okay.
You can reach me at 989-3624. And then I'll schedule with Mr. Carter, and we'll come together and we'll give you a tour and talk about what the center has to offer.
989-3624. Okay. I hope we can put that on the screen when we're putting this together.
Also, if you want to have a general idea of the programs being offered at the center, you can go to www.greenberg.com.
Greenberg NY.
Oh, okay. greenbergny.com. And there's a brochure up on the Greenberg site, the Town of Greenberg site, that will give you a general idea of the programs that we offer down at the center daily. We have karate classes, we have women's fitness, we have water Zumba, we got so many things. We got chess, we got ping pong. It's just an opportunity for people to come out and do almost anything they want to do. We have a computer lab, we have classrooms, We have a small gym if you want to come down and lift some weights. It's definitely a community center. We have a track in the back, a 400-meter track. If you want to get out there and walk around and huff and puff, we have that for you. So we're equipped to almost meet any need or any want that a person needs that to improve their life.
Well, it's not about me. It's about we. And I draw an analogy to where if I want to get up and walk 5 miles, after about 2 miles, if I'm looking around and nobody's there, I might, that's enough. But now, if Monique called me, if Bill called me and said, Greg, we're doing a 5-mile walk for cancer, or we're doing a 5-mile, I'm looking to see what I'm going to wear and put on, and I'm going to really it's going to be enjoyable. Yeah. So the power of more people is just tremendous in what people can do when there's a group of us. Absolutely. Now, we got just about a minute left on the show. Is there anything that you want to say or a number that you want to give out again before we close out? I knew this was going to be a quick show. When it's good, it goes fast. Anything?
I just want to let everyone know that come to the Theodore D. Young Community Center and we'll welcome you with open arms.
I just want to say, as the leader of the center, it is a place of growth. It is a place of fulfillment. It's a place where you can rest, and it's a place where you can do anything you want to do, and you'll be welcome. It's safe, and we have some of the greatest people in the world working there, and we welcome you. And again, my number is 989-3611. Any questions you may have about the center, my name is William Carter. I am the commissioner, and we welcome you anytime.
Well, thank you so much. This has been a great show. We might have to come back and do another show, bring some of those kids on and let them tell you. Because when it comes from a child's mouth, sometimes you hear, it sounds so much better. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show, Bill.
Thank you.
All right. That's a wrap.
Thank you.